Oh, David. Obi nyame adom me ho ye.
Na bibia moko.
Oh. Wadaruma ye be fie ye tutu nyoma kakra ye hu kakra ye gia ho me wadaruma se ya somo nti osomo na enfrema ne bossa na e wo se pedifo so nyoma hwegu a no ato bo na hu kura ahye nti ye nyoma hyehyem hallelujah wadaruma.
But I think, I mean, the first question really, and it's after elections, no, muhu say more loose, no.
Okay.
Who employing Kofobi Ghana Post na?
Oh, Debbie. And Tessa. One say Obi, I'm say free and ra. My phone said the album no. And ya the kitwa from all quarters. I will be a free. I was say ye timi who said the recruitment and say Ekoso because Ghana Post company na no. And in the processes rigid kaka. Because of the regional presence and an institutional structure. We are managing director. Untimi ngasa me managing director nti asomasi be share adwuma sichina. Ghana Post were a very, very vibrant union. Okay. They take keen interest in recruitment. Okay. And we are managing director. Untimi sorry keke say oh yeah recruitment. There be. 2 organization no because a nationwide spread nationwide intino. Obey recruitment bia I was say we make sure say usika semye. Okay. Because Ghana Post say aban nyumaku na omoda controller and accountant general and also omoda consolidated fund and bibisa so. Enti one obefe nipa in your budgeting for the year ahead. Obey projection. Now what so be a nipa 53 ebeko retirement in the year ahead.
2025.
Na we share almost skill set na any programs I person we implement in the next year na me here nipa be 53 be replace you na bia ana say o yente so yesika semunti yente so ne yemfa nipa be 4 ana say enti obey sad we am board I approve am enti recruitment nakasa processes so I shall say from shortlisting of applications that have been received. Okay. And sana what panel are your interviews? We are interviews we are interview reports beba up to the level beba from HR from the regions no beba to HR. HR better also amanako DMD no approve ya about MD who am not MD am final approval. All these processes a BRBD not less than a week. Okay. These are procedures that you go through. And sana Ghana Post I inform you. Who now I go through this shortlist now I go interview every say oh yeah who say yeah what pass it into your befoul. And go through medical examination and bring your results. Now into me appointment letter. And indeed, processes are these are recruitments that the processes began some in August, some in September because
September 2024.
And these are processes are a course way before it has no relationship with elections. Debbie, because say Ghana Post even though a buying a 100% shareholder a company limited into the board a director and the board was still at post until 7th January boards were dissolved board were still at post because the budget for the year had already been planned that board
and now recruitment
recruitment has been ongoing yes indeed ebinum enam processes in bureaucracies of civil service bureaucracies of public service the company company yentino ebinum appointment letters eba late ebi nya omo de 5th December ebi nya omo de 9th December but that does not say after your tour abano picture na sebe eya beton kofo adwin mu yet say your tour about December 7th and I'm saying I'm wasante achim your tour about December 7th man cry am say until 8th December and I'm a bank cry it me bank cry na be to December 7th 2 days twemu and to be bedroom cry I think bedroom cry actually on the 10th of December na time bena me be ball me be ye and a recruitment na even has managing director woman HR process HR na a money date for interview or no and be money date among choir medicals or no and these are structures are company no are operating over years enti impression na sabi ba be todwa te say Ghana Post ye to aba no wie ya na edimrika ekofa nipa 100 enya no kre last year batch election recruitment a course in the latter part of the year 2024 and in total it was 72 no mienu kra didn't on like even though appointments so they didn't take report. Post they didn't report and in effect it's about a total of 70 people no kra no originally when we took our applications we took 32 and on board there's been communications with board that every year Ghana Post casual staff. We gradually integrate them into the system. Ebinom money post office. Obi on how year juma 4 years now that's a casual staff. Casual staff no difference between omo say omo na company no actual payroll. Name region crona or casual staff no.
IGF
region no etu omo ka. Enti omo regions no year recommendation say me casual staff we said they were born home modern no me say mo that's why for year juma 4 years or no year we or critical enti assess na management hwe na here okay near interview no so you recruit no sa nipa 70 you recruit in the last recruitment no move 40 out of that list staff no mo year juma Ghana Post dada. Just that they are not on the casual staff. Full time. And to nipa juma for Obinum. I was checking one of them. Usubakubi. He had worked with Ghana Post for 5 years. Or started
actually outside
there be and all this information is known by Ghana Post Union because Ghana Post will be recruitment union with interest because every company no. Ena mefan say yesika sem yetimi try ho ne ho aka sometimes sabe may take you over in 2022 now recruitment was a big deal o person offer nipa 20 cry was a problem because of said the yesika sem TNT but adwuma na aye no apeja innovations kakra be mo ma say post office will be there dance say ahokeka na baso first circle post office staff are now so no mo ye 12 and they ye 30 because adwuma na eba no e bro so adwuma na ba was so offend pa okwa adum say adum post office emo anadu 8:30 kra na nipa da so gina ho a omo ye adwuma you need to even run a shift system misusu senka opportunity aba abaya saying bear in mind say NDC are buying campaign from here say 24 hours is something they are going to do no well, I was of the view say some post offices come immediately by end 24 hours afeni pani bi account because problem a war recruitment unisika would be but that is not the case it is not the case for post office because almost started December. December. Post office ni problem. January. Only problem. February. March say
in issue of
it is not
budget.
It has and say position be say buying position say companies be frankly speaking ebia 7th January no ya to abanwe no dimrika ekosese interview enye sana post office
when you hear this story the Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations, Samuel Nate George, has announced the termination of nearly 100 staff members at Ghana Post, citing irregularities in their recruitment process. He said the decision is part of an ongoing rationalization effort aimed at streamlining operations within the ministry and its agencies. Speaking to the press on Tuesday, the minister explained the challenges he faced upon assuming office, including an inflated workforce. There is a quote, if you are a minister and you take over a ministry that has 3,117 staff in the ministry and its agencies, and 600 were recruited after December 7th. You cannot expect me to come and inherit such a mess. And so the rationalization is ongoing, unquote, he said. Sam George revealed that the latest terminations targeted staff recruited after the December 7th elections, a period he described as problematic for proper hiring practices. Quote, today, I have authorized a termination of a few more at Ghana Post, almost 100 that were done post-election, unquote. He added, the minister emphasized his commitment to ensuring efficiency and accountability within the ministry, noting that the rationalization process would continue in the sector. In the two takeaways, Obour, say today I have authorized a termination of a few more at Ghana Post, almost 100 that were done post-election. One argument is say total nipa amufa in akwana ebe 70.
And no crap.
Obiya ni ho ane the year after December 7th.
No crap.
Minister said 100 were done after the elections.
Okay.
It was terminated to Omunyina.
Aye. Obi, me Sam George, Honorable Minister, he's also a young man. I mean, him said he has a lot of, and I pray, I've had the opportunity of meeting him before I resigned. Yes. And I know say he has a lot of plans for the whole space now. Yes. Communication space, no, and then Ghana Post as part. But especially with post office, said the Omo Yajuma no tieno. I am very sure Sesenka unyamre kakra share recruitment because what can say no send an appointment letter ba after this fancy appointment because I think appointment letters no the chair pan about on the 9th of December. Okay. And he said the name send an appointment letter ba 9th of December nti ebia na dwene ye ne say after election na ni dim rika say election no na Saturday, 8th, a Sunday. Why na ekwakoye interview Sunday no? 9th, a Monday. 9th no almost a juma say. Normal medicals in November. Yeah, the Ghana Post the kind mom letter say ya me famu into mon koye medicals. Ama nipa na koye medicals. Enti so teki mre kakra ehwe mu a. Anko obehu say these are not recruitments no. After Yatwaba, Debbie. And or call it for document now. Omu interview report to her or the interview they can
for Omunyina.
Everybody that was recruited because one yes I know we are ultimate recruitment or Ghana Post. We are interview panel union ni better subi, HR ni better subi, regional head back what na so, and these are people in the system. And say okoye recruitment now one go through this due process. To me successful and Kenya minister put never by and deal with Ghana Post Union now who did be brave. But the due processes were followed through this recruitment. Now, me who say a chone ebepano say onya abotreka kana onhwe
document
because ohwemu ye a minim said there I believe strongly say onya break akra no ohwemu a I'm sure say he would adjust. Yeah, he would adjust and then.
But in that meeting with him before he resign, I want to believe say everything about Ghana Post under you were captured in your handing over report.
Oh, yes.
In that report now. In him how I'm recruiting uncle for you now.
Oh, those are all handing over. Those are all handing over. You would hand over BBA staff don't do everything was in the report. I think in your first communique say abai no person who obia company ne far after 7th of December. Until we responded to that communique with obia ye far no time oba first interview time or onyane initial letter or call medicals any time you didn't can payroll time because said nipa no onye no hwajma untimi pon fa ne payroll enti yes I letter no call and I'm sure say sa document ne crampo unyamre ehwemu ye na say we investigate in the kakra. I'm sure say that position say obibia the appointment letter a bar after it die to abano. I think
irregular.
Yes, I say fast so we will be doing a lot of the service. Obi, can you imagine if you so Obi why Juma sign post office?
Yes.
Why Juma was a casual staff? Why Juma Wama Bosumi Biano regional iron Wamana Bia 800 and 900 binom diamano. Was soon sa debia or the application you join regional head and now regional head a recommendation aba ama ye be recruitment there we dey your system no we sun adwuma ne dada nya afie kra na me ba be che no IT me be che no EPS ne enti monfa na system ne this is okay na recruitment ye emu 40 e be ye casual staff omo system nim dada then due to be a special skill be a here in some areas enti emu 30 e be ye new recruit na fe sa nipa na what post office or any casual put dada no obeye no actual contract and obey the staff no afide say I mean you not just say no ye kwa and these guys,
but I think a little bit of due diligence would have revealed
all these the information because say me opportunity be bama yebusa me ho asem I would have, and I know say even see yebusa HR GMHR no what Ghana post now because on also I company name for over 25 into him on no acquire recommendation nibi about people are almost what ni division staff for one division now once a recruitment the opportunity about na ye recruitment there mesremo me casual way madam I believe strongly say a chopper and ye bepa minister say yes no on hwem kakra because say when we na Ghana for obi almost so ebi ka ho pa na Ghana post adwuma no afa no to pefra because post office adwuma no enye magic bi keke obi aye adwuma ene aye and aye nipa staff no on say anytime I mean opportunity I make a post office once I give a lot of credit to the staff because omo no ekuom ho na aboama vision na ye de ba ye no apeja adwuma no Obi, post office, every be a tram na adwuma no e issues pa o. Me kai ye be so move for say MPP aban be so in 2017 eba no. They were on a overdraft to pay salary. So when you overdraft, I won't mean to salary. So me take you over December bosume sona January pay back. Now I am show, but with a lot of effort and a lot of collaboration with the union, with the management, and constant hard work, company gradually is becoming a turnaround story. The growth over the period has been more than 500%. Say first, na post office, busume aketua, and as a busume, their monthly revenue, say na 5 million, and then they do 25 million. Really? It is a massive growth.
Example, these are real figures.
These are examples, but very close to real figures. Say, I mean, you take it time, see, a bit so a lot of work has gone, a lot of commitment has gone into the system. Yet me a drew, baby, a dream. So action way will create a lot of mistrust, a lot of disaffection, demotivation in the system. Because obi a unia oni no nyina na abo adwuma obi okra o ye casual ono na akere obi a ono ye befa na as full staff ono na akere na adwuma na opportunity aba afi na ene ono wa ba be ye permanent staff afi de yes ye. I mean I think say a chopper, and I wish to make a very very passionate appeal to the Minister of Communication and Innovation, and also a passionate appeal to the President of the land. I believe strongly say the NDC campaign on jobs. And this is an opportunity, and the post office is not burdened by these employees. I mean, I've sat in the office as managing director. We are okay. We are okay. And we based on our dream, our normal Jumanankasa Eda Autopilot Omo Yeno, they are running. Unless of course minim new vision, but it's too early. time frame now because what am I? New managing director, your final meetings. Any 2 weeks cry. And your final handing over meetings at and there can be nothing that any year, you know, here so when you nipa 100. What it means is any nipa recruitee and it's actually who's no.
But what you are saying that because yes, you would say a new 100.
70.
70.
Pepe.
It is a way 100. I mean, it's
that means I don't know where his information. What I said, you know, as a managing director, my 3 years, you know, we drove the ship, we picked the company from where it was, which was difficult, to a certain stage, you know. Now, I think
staff strength saying total staff
post office current total staff off my head a bare 1,600 and when I took office it wasn't any different. It's not like post office the Juma and they say every year, the year I took office in 2022, a total of 62 people were retiring.
Okay.
But near Sikasemonye, and me and 62. There be, I think, see a Faber 38, and the shame that's 2022. No, but 2023, Bafi, Yehu's okay, a Juma way, Uhiani Pamian. My memory example, you need fidelity for partnership, be a friend agency banking.
Okay.
Now, agency banking, no. Bank bia no uhia nipa mienu and now wait me based on our banking rules because I also be ebie obi close but the rebel hire one man post office and fidelity intimini yenye say adwuma no ewo ho but partnership no so your partnership ebebre sika enti ye decide so ke ne yemfa nipa baako nkeka saafo no say the be ye betimi aye bank enti say yes this initiative based on your projects near planner is because ade ebe me yenya revenue. And I said, but what the end say? Oh, money per juma, oh, more car, a juma no in and I think the post office is on that path. And I made them a funny say information, no, and minister because I know the minister all these facts and the full picture. I don't think say and yes no we there me say me free me obi beka say ka we there ke obo ke we kirasem obi beka say we there ke me kirasem say be say me asom awia me ko but chopper and am dey man na on sanhwe
you were MD for 3 years.
Yes, I took office 4th of January 2022.
Okay.
And
in 5 minutes I make say Chamfoni Ghana for the state Awuja Ghana Post Ewomua Obekana in 5 minutes.
Okay, Obi me that say. Obi, I think say Ghana Post, Mija Ghana Post what tibia na ne hoeding. I left a healthy organization. Me time no a car na post office day me take you over. Na your friend be legacy debts. It be a pensioners sika na company no betua it be be awards long service award. Na yentua be for 25 years. Wow. Me within the 3 years you tua long service awards in must say why you for even more than 5 years or long service award yeah the amount you tua arrears no any current now. Now promotions nipa yenye promotions in my omu adwuma nim no na omu nye promotions ema nipa obi o ha wa adwuma nim 15 years na Ghana Post system no na nka wo ye 5 years bia na ye promote but this is a case that nipa obi o ha wa adwuma 18 years ni promote ni na motivation no wa form enti 2023 me ho a ye promote obi a wa twam 15 years plus. Last year, you promote Obour we 10 years plus and 5 years, and then we made plans. Said this year, Senkaya Wawa, Obour we 5 years no, you be promoting and these promotions. Said be a promoter. I was salary no, kakrebi na beka ho, but a motivated staff base no. Until we left the company, that the staff were very happy, you know. Almost per staff bus. By a year, we staff bus no. Obeya Accra for Kwan be on Benya home benefit. Together with my management, we discuss with board, and then we introduce a transport allowance. I know the staff be a benyabi. This is a new addition. Now the staff are benefiting from transport allowance. Staff by same the organization, the workers were happy. I mean, I have Ghana Post workers home to me, catch them so MD. First, no, now ye pay ye Ghana Post grano, ye go so pay baby, I compared my say no, ye better na here. The staff attrition rate has reduced drastically. I mean, Osha, Sebi, Jumana Yeno, Aketuano, na enyakra. But 3 years continuously, no, every year Ghana Post staff biano, you're 20 pay more than 25%.
Oh, really?
And these increments are twice continuously for the last 3 years. No, I must say, post office pay, no, I nika. And it is now competitive. And Obi said, okay, say, menka how I'm leaving the company. I mean, vehicle situation. I mean, buses, they can't home fleet. We added a total of about 22 new vehicles to Omo fleet. Obour motorcycles, we've added close to 100 motorcycles to the fleet that was existing. Even with that, still no, a bit that's so but I think strongly say MPP are buying time. Post office no. We've left a post office that is at its highest level. It just needs good continuity and then good scale just for the organization to grow.
What would be that one innovative idea we implement it as MDR? I'm a result our sitting back, you say, okay, Charlie, this is it. That idea,
I think strengthening the operations of the company. And no, the kind of one I am because strengthening operations of company now, then launching our parcel product. Okay. First, no post office problem pie. O send there a check.
I found independent
Saka. And na ama company no need customers need trust or company. Nti ye de ahoden dodo na abegina edien ne be ya o send idea e wo say timi dru say kwa brochira 5 days 5 days to 7 days e wo say timi dru say de be ya ye betimi ne ye competitors omo ye foreign export ne pass ye timi ne o ma ye competitive. Nti it began from any theft money okay nti ye make sure say CCTV say what baby ye mail room ye transshipment ye make sure say time be CCTV ni security now for ye airlines say any omo ye adwuma no let's negotiate well with them said they be airlines no omo betimi ama ye priority said they be ye mail kwa and ye say then first ultimate the mail call 1 week na airline M5 because only omo credit system be omo je cash say yetimi pager company do stage yetimi tia airline no as with their carrying as a pay as you go and that initiatives no a pager ama initiative no man ekoso and afi your parcel service product na you launch here no Ghana for atiase because we say one major initiative you call Apro, in UK, ye door to door, US, ye door to door, African markets, UK, African markets were US. And then we created a product. Says, I know, man, I am more pound shops. No, Ghana Post bit me the Abramo. And it says, Sabi, what tongue I can take over near there will shop or UK. Besana, my assortina no be, and your home, any emre will be. And that product in it alone has transformed our parcel business. No, it has grown massive. So numbers now. Say first now if we were doing a total of 40 tons, and then we are doing 120 tons. Really? And there's been massive growth. Me would say a pejano cost so and said post office will
until say will be kohonona in the idea. Mo deliver man ko na eni ho na de mo de kwa brochire na
na e wo ho but now because of inefficiencies in tino obi o ha enye gidie no ko obi o ha was sending aduane a enu kra na say because intimi nko on time until you end up paying compensations until obi o ha itimi tua me buy beginning first year you tua compensations and you are not even motivated to run that business because say postal structure no oni akro no ma osio me de beko in 1 week amount 1 month na enuru ye na ne nyoma ne say a e wo se wutua e ka oboy no e ma na lawyer for try judge just court semsa anti you needed to strengthen the operations and the operations no be okay no afi na adwuma no e fa no ntuma prefer na e koso
e be one major source of revenue edema
a very very major source of revenue as we speak it is still a bit more than 50% of
more revenue.
Ghana Post revenue.
Really?
Parcel business. Parcel ni EMS business no, because an area a foreign currency. And and the competition or the rate no to DHL, FedEx, other people. Ghana Post is very very affordable because no say be enya dey me pen fast when be gumi bottom me aban adwuma dey aboa o man no enti ema adwuma no etimi so come.
That's nice. And I mean looking back, if by way of a divine providence you are offered Ghana Post again, is it a place you love to go and work? From what you started,
say nipa bia no preko ani say masom post office kaka kaya me say masom nyom to for ma tonwa ma masa ma be som music and also ma ye kakra ma be ye Ghana Post me wo gide say nyame wa adwuma foforo so ma I think say me come anim and I believe strongly say and sana mepeno but of course onyame na toto yakwan de nyame be ma na obeye but I think say yeah adwumaden and I'm happy me new MD I will take you over now, so very very astute, very very qualified lady meaning who said I wish her very very well and my hopes are that she would excel. Is my strong belief.
Wow. And is what's the future like for Bias or Cycle for?
Obi. So you at your position. They say Meti Asante Achimsa.
But you still
Meti Asante Achimsa.
A politician.
Oh, Meti Asante Achimsa. And mikrum na sebe me gusu amesom. Say me dikan amagana for ne mikrum for nyina hu say me wo pepa se me som Asante Achim. In the capacity of MP.
A member of parliament. That dream is still on.
I believe strongly say Sabreno say nyame pena Sabreno ba and of course into no woman him miguso me hwe nyame anim na me so me miguso ye adwumaden.
I know friends MPs are Omar regretting getting to parliament. Some things actually it's a drain on their resources.
It's true.
Drain on
everything.
We say you leave parliament poorer than you enter.
Especially say who call parliament with the mind say
yes.
Ubenya parliament nye. It's not from all me. I'm enough for say me will be at least I've been on this journey for the last 8 years. And me will be more remuntem. I try say ASICA. And I will pay there, of course, that is not your destination. But
what's the driving way for you?
Say Obiane Adia and Maneni. Some of us, yes, I mean, and I've served all my life. And I feel say an opportunity to serve my community, adding to the community. In itself is very deal, it's a big deal for me. Maybe some 4 years or say 8 years. Then we look at what next. But I wish that Sasum no ebe kan enoma sedache me kan enoma me bury ase mitimi be ya me kan no so aka ho because
member of parliament
Asante Achimsa ta osum ye so
say they wasum ye as MD of Ghana and a president of music
Obi. Yeah, gusu ayeso. Gusu ayeso.
Bias or cycle for. It is still who follow music activities.
Oh, I do. Many gusu din kita opa, and then aging musician welfare fund. They say I support it. You know, anytime or more activity be no. And then I talk to the current president, Besamine no din come all the time. Of course, music has had its fair share of challenges. I mean, there've been legal tussle. Ama organization no end me and
it's not being the music that we used to know.
It's true.
Is it saying magic one be an hour now the free? Because really, music used to be in the news a lot. Obour, one fund after the other and one event after the other. Obour will be speaking on Ghana Music Award stage. I mean, music is almost non-existent now. Are they?
Obi, I think sir. Obiane, that's why we choose leaders. Leader biane adoma nyamediama no na ho na tuhacha odi tu ne sedo ye ne nyoma. Musical organization no enye organization owo sika bi. So enti se obi a lead organization na they are only trying their best. They are only trying their best. Now depending on nipa no because me say me can't music sometimes I tell a lot of people say my time at Musica was a service because I was way richer before I went into Musica. Yes, I actually say when I left Musica, me came in a auditor the meeting. Na Musica de meka. The organization owed me about 87,000 or so. Yes, because but of course during my time also there were opportunities Ejuma proposal they come out buying support him it put the organization out there. Obi current leadership no so they are doing their best. I mean Minibesa Simons Kasa, but of course at immediately you don't have a united front. It's difficult. What Trump proposal crack companies on sponsor now another group be Kasa Mamo sponsor or Mubia no Mube Disikano. And that does not inspire any growth. I advise musicians say, who say Doctors Association, almost radio so na doctor what is a lawyers association? And other musicians creative arts way na and those are amakuno intimi in direction said they will say and
is it also because when you talk music names of musicians about invariably young cockrafo
Ebinum is because of how I was treated. I know musicians during my time they were very active in musica. They saw, I mean, somebody like Richie Mensah, somebody like Ochame Kwame. These are, I mean, when we created the Future Project, and then the Kofa Kwame Eugene Kidi, Money Adie Nyinabai. But how much Obour was working, and still they hear the things people say about Obour.
Now, inspiration be
Kwame say he kept saying they say on the music president no be can kick an dinner term, and he doesn't have the patience that I have. You know, and all that I think say with time no you be who say okay. As time plays, I be nipa time kakra nipa ya de ne support no ye nyina tue hu si o se be support na the person with the self me ba post office for front no na staff ni bi who had confidence to talk to me no beginning no madwuma films am de Obour for front no na ebufu afu pa so obi a call music akwa then nyum to fe edina terms no na ye de na brega na post but omuni me here adwuma no say na say na we adwuma na nyum to no manya good say and then you get all this coming up from different corteses and I think say creative art space no I was see asua said ye be ma nipa mre ama wa structure na hokaka na wa ye na adwuma and I think say yes with time
Obour president of music no what do you fear saying
I was 28.
You don't mean it?
Yeah, I was 28 when I was president of Musica.
28? So then maybe when a young musician becomes president, because then
he also is able to appeal to
so they can relate.
people. Yes, they can relate.
But I'm imagining say Shatta a member, Stoneboy a member, Sarkodie a member, Sami, and they are all not members of music.
I mean, during my time, Shatta was a member because you music, no, you must run it with a strategy because I was say, omono. And they were following.
Yeah.
It I remember clearly in Ghana Music Awards, we had negotiations on music at stake in Ghana Music Awards. So because I'm meeting now, say Samini wo Togo cry was me am ko hwehwe na me de neba. Enti me committee na o na me no ye meeting no hwe team a woni omo ye meeting na wo hu say emu edu. Enti you need to speak well. Oh, enti ni nyina kan and I me kai called pay your proposal acquired by home. Say you pay support for the creative arts industry.
Sure.
Na buying beginning no, but or team no na fe church no then the follow ups, and yet who say team na nia brese omo ye bi. Until they gave you the chance to grow.
Because you see, I only know Bessa. Minimum be your executive bio.
Oh, Bessa is the current president.
The president, yeah.
Bosco is still the administrator. Chiziwela is the national organizer. Reverend Yosin. Oh no, but yeah, Jumano. Yeah, Jumano. Omo yeguso. Ebe take shape.
Maybe it's Shatawale be president of music and your band crowd.
Papa.
Satawale as president. Na Sarkodie organizing secretary for music. That would be an interesting one. But what does say? I think it's been helpful. Say what to me about and the appeal I would to let's hope say the minister and by extension the president better. If it's the decision is reversible, or more reversible.
Because it is just going to
take dampen spirits.
It would dampen spirits. It would also create a precedence. Because Obi post office they have a way of because I'm buying more music. Omo where omo structure omo the year juma. Until I feel I had to say I'm buying AU media and considering all the idea me now it's a ministry and I bet my directive. Say but even structure now post office structure now would be difficult because HI1 now interview me instead of Moana interview me Moana mama letter as far back as November and I say October say menko ye medicals mako boka akoye medicals nyina ba wa ma me letter say menye adwuma ma share adwuma say 9th December my share juma say
minister
wetuameka 1 wetuameka December January February obi ana metikuma say metu ma be high dan e won kan na metitakwade metu ma be high dan wo wa me kwa adwuma ma Ghana House you 2 advance 2 years we be 2 years advance wasesa the whole structure of life because of the yire ne ma wa be pre school ama ne ba because 4 months asem ne kan yo afa yesi and am say Abaya Sentino, you ready? I think so.
I get you. Miss Medasi. All the best.
Miss Medasi. Obi!
We're brutal. Ekosiisen. I have some pie. If I'm sorry.